So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another vlog, and let's make first the stock check. So first of all, Space is slightly up in the pre-market today on Monday. And if you're looking into the stock itself, on Friday we closed about 4% higher than the day before. Now, I want to make sure in this video to give you two scenarios, okay? First will be that what happened if the bad news is coming, and the second will be what is if the good news is coming. So the question will be here, what is really happening with space stock after we know what will be done with the test flight, because as of the earnings day we know that the news will come out any minute this week. So I hope you are prepared. I'm prepared, and let's dive in. So first of all, I believe that we can see good news in terms of they will come out and say, hey, listen, we inspect the mothership, Eve, and we actually will do no maintenance at the spaceship at the current situation, and we will fly towards end of this week or end of this month, okay? This would be absolutely insane. This would make the stock at least a $20 stock, guys, because from about 16 where we are now, we would be, needing $4, which would be about, 30-40%. And I really feel that with such a great news and finally the release, the unleash of this power that space stock has, because so many people are anticipating it, and with all of that bad news, especially then, stocks tend to explode. And this is actually what will happen if we have this kind of great news, okay? Actually, there's something in the middle, okay? I feel there's in the middle that says, we figured out we need to do the maintenance. We have to do it over a period of 3 weeks, but we will make test flight mid of June. I think first when we hear that, the stock will tank, okay? Another 5 to 10%, maybe below 15 or even lower, okay? And then people will understand, okay, now we at least have a date where the spaceship is fixed and the mothership is fixed, and we are good to go in June, all right? Which is basically just a couple of weeks. So, that would be, let's say, the neutral news, because first we will have a sell-off and then we will have like a recovery. Now, the bad news will be the following, that they will say, we need to do the maintenance in fall. Imagine that. I mean, that would be very bearish, okay? This would give them another couple of months to fix everything, to do things, and people would start to really doubt this company, okay? I see already many people are doubting this company, but especially then, it's very attractive when everybody is, with bad news on the market. You want to listen and see what the company is doing. And we know that nothing fundamental changed. They said they will fly in May, and currently we are still on in May. There's now a question mark if this date stands. If not, then, I can justify another 10, 20, 30% down, but this will be just another opportunity. For me, guys, this is never financial advice, okay? So this is very important to understand. And with that said, I want to also emphasize that, there is this huge community out there, in Reddit, in Discord, in, so many other countries that are understanding the stock. And this is, crazy about it, okay? When you have so many supporters and, I see in Reddit and other, forums and Discord, and even in my Discord, right, when you check out the link in the description, so many people pushing each other, because some people are losing faith, and I get messages saying, if there wouldn't be your videos, then people would sell. Obviously this is all your decision, because at the end of the day, Virgin Galactic or Space is a high risk but high reward company. So in the end of the day, you need to understand that, otherwise you can at any point of time move your money to Amazon or Google or Facebook, okay? This kind of, let's say, blue chip stocks, which, you will be, let's say, a little bit less risky, but still, be invested somehow. But, if you want to have this 100%, 200% gains, well, this will not happen with Google, Microsoft, and Apple that fast. It can happen, and it will happen with good news coming and milestones achieving by Virgin Galactic, when there will be just this great news coming and coming. And the continuously news are always a driver for the stock price. Imagine back in the summer. Let's just go 1 year back, okay? We were, looking at the new CEO, Michael Colglazer. We was looking at the test flight. We were looking at the cabin reveal. And all of this three together was this huge push for the stock. And I think we went from about $15 to almost $30 and then back, because people was a little bit, disappointed by the cabin reveal design, which was, as planned, a design reveal, not like the cabin itself. But you can see here that this is exactly those moments where in a couple of months or a couple of weeks or a couple of days, depending on when the news come out, we will see that actually people will say, I should have bought. I should have bought, Those are those moments. So I cannot wait. And with that said, I want to make sure that you don't always hear my voice. I want to show you another voice. The recent interview of Michael Colglazer when he was on the financial TV and talked about the company. I just want to make sure that you understand what the guys are doing. Hear the clip.
It's a lot of space news in general today. SpaceX as well today, and Jared Isaacman with Inspiration 4 unveiling more details around that orbital first all-civilian mission that's supposed to take place as soon as later this year. I wonder what you think about the emerging, more broadly, the emerging space tourism market. Will you be competing for some of those, I guess, passengers and dollars in the future against the likes of SpaceX, or is there room for everybody?
I think what's really important is that the idea of space travel starts to become normalized. This is a very new thing that most people didn't think would happen in their lifetimes, and yet here it is happening today. So I think you'll see SpaceX, you'll see Blue Origin do amazing things. Virgin Galactic's going to own our part of space. We are incredibly focused on taking individuals up, giving them this glorious perspective back on the planet, and taking that memory and sharing it, not just at the next cocktail hour. I think it'll be shared for the rest of their lives. And so we're very confident in what we're going to be doing in space, but we are cheering everybody on. We want the whole industry to rise. We've seen
7 space startups announce that they're going to go public via merger, via SPAC. Virgin Galactic was certainly the first within the industry to basically pioneer this investment vehicle type. As we do see more companies come to market, as you see something like the ARC Space Exploration ETF begin to trade today, I wonder what your words of wisdom would be, not only to CEOs of these companies that are looking to go public, but also to investors, as space is technically hard. Timelines tend to slip, especially when we're talking about human space flight. How folks should be thinking about it when you're reporting quarterly results and trying to meet some of those key targets?
Well, as you say, space is audacious, and the physics are very challenging and hard to overcome. So the engineering has to step up to that task. Human space flight has to be safe as we go. And so all these companies are grounded in a safe experience. And that means as we go through flight test programs, we're going to go step by step and evaluate things at each time. So my advice would be recognize this is the launch of an industry and a long-term plan. We're going to do amazing things in the short term. We're going to bring people up to space. But I think we are doing so for a company that's going to be built over decades. And we are making sure that we take it step by step each time. So while we will report out quarterly, we're really focused to the long term.
Yeah. Michael Colglazer, thanks for joining us today.
Thanks, Morgan.